Goodfella Radio, sucker. You know what it is.
Positive improvements in your community.
Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. We gotta have civic engagement back. You know, that's the best way to keep your community going, staying strong. You know, the citizens gotta be involved. They gotta hold people accountable.
I like that. A politician who's using words such as accountable. Shout out that we need more accountability just in everything. I mean, from politics just to the way like cities are run, down to the way households are run. I mean, you know, let's be real. I think you know, the problem is halfway with the people, with the households. You know, whether you know you got that credit card and your credit card is always maxed out and you're spending more money than you're making. That's just a small sign that builds up to, you know, like I guess budget deficits and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're correct. You know, if you make $1 for one day, you can't go out and spend $2 that same day when you only brought in $1.
Definitely.
You know, so you definitely got to know about, you know, saving and spending. You definitely got to understand the meaning of net growth and how do you grow your bank. You know, it's two ways you do it. You either increase your assets by going out buying more property to generate new revenue, or you cut your liabilities, things that's not working. So this are things that we have to focus on, even on local politics, such as city, you know, East Orange, Patterson, wherever you go, you always got to focus on the local issues. Because everyone knows this, whoever gets in politics, that campaigns are won by running locally. You got to be in tune with the citizens.
This is what we got to do. I have to drop a bomb for that, because this brother here, he's dropping knowledge. He's talking real talk right now. Shout out to my man DJ Zeke, who's on the ones and twos also. Zeke, what's going on?
Feeling good over here, man. You know what it is, man. GoodFellaz Radio. Jersey, heavy out here. Represent New York, and I get down.
You know what? We have the College Club King himself in the building. We're going to chop it up with him also. Right now, Khalid Wright is in the building. And let's start from the beginning. What made you want to get into politics at any level?
Well, it started at a young age where I was handing out campaign literature for Councilman Hope, who was the 4th Ward councilman for the city of East Orange. But at the time, he was running for mayor. And then handing out literature for Congressman Payne when he first ran. And I used to watch how they would engage with their citizens, you know, talk to them about how they can better the city and how they can make their lives better. Then we fast forward, you know, about 12, 15 years, and it's me, my brother, my sister, my mom were out Mother's Day dinner. And out the blue, my brother goes, you know, you should run for mayor. I said, wait a minute, I never talked about politics to you. What makes you feel that I should run for mayor? He goes, I think you should. I said, well, give me one example. He goes, well, because you can win. And I said, well, why do you think I can win? He said, because you're approachable, you got a good head on your shoulders, and you can relate to people. So then I started going to council meetings, you know, and figure out how politics is really handled.
You just walked into like a council meeting?
Yeah, a council meeting. You can walk in.
And you can do that, by the way, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
That's not to interrupt, but shout out to everybody tuned in right now. Yes, we in Patterson. Shout out to Patterson, Passaic, just the whole Bergen County. But no matter what county you're on, whether you listen to worldwide or whatever, this is important right here. When council meetings and I guess a lot of local government meetings are going on, you can walk in. I mean, assuming you're, you know, a citizen. I mean, if you're from somewhere else, but you can walk in and actually see what's going on, listen to what they're talking about, and that's what you did.
Yeah, so I walked in, you know, I'm listening to what they're saying, and then after the council meeting, I said, you know, I could do this. I see what my brother was talking about. You know, because at the end of the day, all you have to do is stay in tune with the citizens. So after going to a few council meetings, speaking with different, my mentor actually, Councilman Holt, you know, then he said, I had a meeting with Mayor Bowser. And when I had that meeting with Mayor Bowser, you know, we went over different boards, and I was telling him how I have a passion for the city. You know, my family's been here for almost 100 years, so I really want to get involved, you know, because my late uncle, Ray Moss, he was strong in the civic association. So I felt that it was my time as a family member to pick up that torch. So in 2006, Mayor Bowser, you know, appointed me to the Board of Water Commission. Now, the Board of Water Commission, you know, we run the water for the city of East Orange, as well as South Orange. You know, it's a $21 million budget you oversee, so it's run like a business. You know, and I worked through the ranks of the Water Commission and started out on the Personnel and Capital Committee. Then in 2008, my fellow board members unanimously elected me as vice president. Then my president of the Water Commission elected me as chairman of the finance committee, where I really oversaw the $21 million budget.
Wow.
So then it came to, planning a financial future. Because in most cases, this is what we do not do. And this is why you're in deficits and why taxes are being raised and services are being cut, because no one is planning a financial future. So with planning a financial future with the water department, we were able to withhold from having our water rates being increased back in July 2010, because we understood that even though the rate increase would only been $5 for the average citizen for the entire year, it would have been averaged out to about $5 because they pay quarterly. We still knew that $5 was too much for a citizen that in East Orange, your average income was about $35,000.
Household or
Household.
Wow.
Yes. So we look at the bigger picture here. So my goal, once I get elected as councilman, is that we have to tackle the council budget. And I, like I said earlier, accountability. We always ask people to make sacrifices. And at the end of the day, the first people that should make the hardest sacrifices are our political leaders. So, we fast forward to January of this year when I say, now's the time. Now's the time for me to get involved, because I've served my city on a water department level. And again, we planned a financial future. We made sure that 10 million gallons of water was delivered to the city daily, and it was quality amounts. And now it's time to give a positive impact to the citizens on a broader aspect now. I agree with you again wholeheartedly, because it comes down to, a politician should never be comfortable. At the end of the day, yes, you want to give off that, impression of you being calm, cool, collective. It was like a duck on water. On top of the water, they calm, cool, collective. Underwater, they feet just paddling away. And a politician, once you become comfortable in any position, whether you're a politician, whether you're in any field, you could be a maintenance man, you could be a teacher, whatever. But whenever you become comfortable, it takes away that, how I feel, it takes away that excitement, because now it's a regular 9 to 5. I can do my job with my eyes closed, and as politicians, you never want to be comfortable. You can never do a job in the political field with your eyes closed, because when you do, that's how we end up in debt.
Yeah, because a lot of times I think when you start doing it just for the check, it becomes, all right, this is all the effort I have to put in to get this check. So you know what? Let me just be comfortable here and then just do whatever else. And you definitely brought up some good points. Well, I mean, who is even running against you? Because I don't know. I feel sorry for them right now, because you can bring us some real talk right now. Like I guess who is running for that same position?
Well, in my ward, there's a total of 4 people running. Myself, the incumbent, and then 2 others. Right now, I'm focusing on the incumbent. That is my #1 challenger. She is the councilwoman, and I'm going up against what some people will call themselves as the machine. Is the lioness. She has the support of the East Orange Democratic Committee. But at the day, I tell people is that you should never let someone else tell you who you need to support. You need to go out, do your research on everyone, and make a decision for yourself. So with my opponent, Councilwoman Talman, she's been in office for 16 years.
Really?
Yes, she's looking for another term to make it 20 years. And what I tell people, even though I applaud some things that she has done in the past, but if you look at the city of East Orange and the 3rd Ward over the past 4 years, you will say, well, you know what, it's time for something new. It's time for a new beginning. And again, that's because they